Hello viewers, Patrick from Tofsina Asset Management. Today I'm going to show you how to create your own template, customize it to get the volume of concrete, the number of cement bags to be used on that volume of concrete, the number of sands to be used on that volume of concrete, and also the number of granite to be used on that volume of concrete using a particular grade, right? So we open the PlanSwift and see exactly what I am talking about. We click on this PlanSwift, right? If we click here, let's open this. We click here, we see exactly what we did in our last tutorial. That is the excavation work, excavation of trenches. Today we are going to create the template for the concrete work, right? If we move to this point for you to see exactly what I'm talking about, you click on that this. Okay, let's say this one. Here is M10, M15, and M20, right? If you click here now, just enter the width from here, which is 0.6. That's the width of the excavation, 0.6, and the depth is 0.225. You click here, right? Just pick any color. Just click here, right? Double click here, then click from this point, right? Double click here, or you stop from here. Then move to the taking of summary. You see exactly what I am talking about. Here is M10. What is M10? We are going to know. What is the number of bags to be used on this 0.93 cubic meter? That is 2.68. What is the tonnage of the sand is 0.44. What is the tonnage of granite is 1.56, right? So this is the template that we are going to create. As you are going to see how we can actually get this volume of materials from this template. We move to the template here. We go to template. That was our last folder. Then we create our folder, another folder here. It's going to be concrete. Concrete. Okay, we say okay, that's the folder. Yeah, folder. We move it out. It's going to be out. It's not going to be part of this folder. If we click here, it's not part of it. Then we are going to use this linear, new linear to create our template, right? So I was talking about M10. Let's look here. Move here. See from here, M10 is 136, right? M15 is 124, right? And M20 is 1.53, M25, etc. You have M5, M7.5, right? But for now, we are going to concentrate on M10. And that is what we are going to concentrate on. So we click on this new linear. It's going to be concrete. Concrete M10. M10, right? We click here, right? We need to place this one in that folder. So we just click here. It is here now. We click here. Double click on it. Go to advanced, right? As we see from here, we know that this is in linear. It is meter, right? And we want to change these ones to volume. So what do? When we click here on the extreme right, we see some boxes here on the extreme right, right? We click on them so that this will reflect on the form layout. If you go to the form layout now, you will see exactly what I was talking about. This is the width, the depth. So we want to know the unit here. We want to know the unit, right? From here, we can see the units now of the various things we are going to use, the various dimensions we are going to use. So we click here and click OK. We double click again, right? we click here. We want to multiply these things since we want to change it to volume, right? So we click here and say multiply, right? The multiplication sign and drag this width here. We click the multiplication sign also and drag the depth here. Now we have the volume. We change this, instead of meter, it's going to be cubic meter now. Okay, we click OK. There we are. We've got the volume. We still open it. We want to see, right? Want to see. It is okay. Sometimes we add some percentage. If you want to add some percentage, click on this percentage. What is the cost of the material, right? Cost. Each, yeah, each also that will reflect if we want to price them. But for now, we leave it like that. We still go to form layout, right? Form layout, we have already placed in this percentage. We send it down, right? For now, we send it down. Sometimes we put some percentage there. We can say 20%, 10%, whatever you feel like, right? And that is what we have. We click here to close it. Now we want to add the sub item, that is the number of bags to be used on this particular concrete. So we click here, click on material, then we see cement bag, right? We click here, we double click on it, we go to advanced setting. We need to add some items here. So either we insert property or we add property. So we click here. It's going to be under estimating. So we click here and say cement ratios. Cement ratio. Right? That's going to be cement ratio. We click here. We move again, say the density, cement density. Cement density. Right? We click here. Again, we say what? Bag slash kg. What is the weight of the cement? It's 50 kg. Make one bag, right? Click here. Again, cement total. How many bags? Cement total. Right? Click here. Now we need to enter some figures here, right? From here, we know that the ratio of cement, 1 part of cement is 3 parts of sand and 6 parts of aggregate. So we move to this. The ratio of cement ratio is 1. We divide it by the sum of the ratio, right? The density of cement, if you Google, you can see that one, which is 1440, right? The bags, the weight of the bag, one bag is 50 kg. Okay, so what is the total cement now, right? Cement total. So we say what? This density, we multiply it by the ratio. Then we sum this up and divide it by the number of bags, this bag, weight of bag, right? We divide it by that bag, right? And this cement total, we bring it to this quantity. We are going to multiply it by the volume of the parent material or the parent calculation. And that is concrete, right? This concrete M10. So we can get the number of bags out of that one. We click here, right? We click OK. But what do we do? This is not yet under this parent material. So what do? Click here and drag it under the parent material. Here we see now it is under the parent material. We click here. Now we tried to modify it from here. We modify it from here. here, please. Sorry, modify it from here. Okay. Okay, we try to delete this one. Just click on these three dots. Go to the parent material again and say quantity. We click here, right? We click here again. That's the quantity, right? It's going to be the quantity of cement. We try to open it again. Click here again, and we say EA is going to be EA. That's number of bags is EA, right? Click here. We say, okay, what next? We say sand, right? Sand. We are going to work in tons. That's the tonnage of sand. We click OK. Then we double click. We also want to create some items here. We tried to place them under estimating, right? We type ratio, sand ratio, sand ratio. We click here. Again, we click here. We say sand ratio, right? Sand density, sand density. We click here. We move again. We say sand density, sand total in kg. Right? Last but not the least, we say sand total tons. Click here. Right? So what do? We try to fill some figures here. So from here, as you see from here, the ratio of sand is 3, right? We still move here. We say sum of the ratio. And the density of sand is what? Sand density is what? It's 1550 manufactured sand, right? Okay. Then therefore, we move from here, this sand density, we multiply it by the sand ratio, right? And in this total, we divide it by 1000 for the tonnage. Therefore, this tonnage, we multiply it by the parent material. Okay, click OK. And this is also EA. It's a number, how many? Right? The tonnage, right? We click here, right? We have this one. We move again to the last one. That is what? Granite. Granite tons. We click here. We double click. Click on advanced. We also want to create some items here under what? Under estimating. So we click here. We move to estimating and we say ratio, granite ratio. Granite ratio. We click here. We say granite ratio density. Granite density. We click here. Granite total kg. Click here also. granite total tons. Right, we click here. Okay, so we see the ratio of granite from here. We can see that one. From here, the ratio of granite is 6. We try to enter it. 6, right, by the total sum of granite. The density, if you Google, you can see that one, 2800. Then the granite total is the density. We multiply that one by the ratio, and this one we divide it by 1000. Therefore, this one we try to multiply it by the parent material. Parent material. Okay, so the unit also is EA. Then we click OK. We are done, right? We click here. We click here. We move to the home page. Now we try to scroll from here. Go to template. Here we are. Just let's see. We are going to see exactly why we took the 0.6. Here we have the width of the foundation is 600 and the depth is 225. So we move not to the foundation itself. Right? We click here. Right? From here you can see the percentage. We are not going to add percentage now. Let's just calculate what we did for the last one. Right? The width is what is 0.6 since it is 600, so we just say 0.6, and the depth is 0.225, right? 225. We click here. We say okay. Here we click from here. We move here. Click here. We move here. We stop. Now what do we have? The first one was 0.9 and this one is 0.9, right? We go to the summary, right? We have 0.9, we have what, 2.68 and also 0.44. The previous one was 2.68, 0.44, and we have 1.56. Guys, as you see, if you know how to set your template and work the mathematical calculation, then you will have a simple walkover in PlanSwift. Once more, I am Patrick from Tofsina Asset Management. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel for more tutorials.